Hi, my name is Mr. Bharat. I have 10 years of SAP experience in ABAP, Dynpro ABAP, Workflow, and Adobe Forms. I have experience of conducting trainings to the 100 plus of batches. Uh, all includes corporate trainings, classroom trainings, and online trainings. Let us start with the Dynpro ABAP training course content. So this is the Dynpro ABAP course content, which is divided into several weeks. Now let us see. The duration of Dynpro ABAP training is 25 days or 25 hours. I mean, we do have a fast track and we have a regular track as well. The fast track, it depends on the candidate requirement. We will be able to complete within 10 days. If it is regular batch, 25 days, every daily 1 hour, 25 hours. So now let us see who should attend. Those who attend the Dynpro ABAP training should have a prior ABAP experience, so that people will be able to understand the Dynpro ABAP concept and the Dynpro ABAP. Within Dynpro ABAP, we will be doing the ABAP coding only. So those who are responsible for the development of programming model should attend this Dynpro ABAP training. And then the objective is basically to understand the Dynpro components and application. What is the Dynpro ABAP component architecture, and what can we do with Dynpro ABAP? Everything is covered in this course. And course goals is basically after attending this course, you will be able to understand the importance of ABAP Dynpro in SAP's US strategy, and you will be in a position to design and develop the ABAP Dynpro based applications. Let us see. It has been divided in, as mentioned, it has been divided into several sections, several weeks. So we will start with the week 1. In the week 1, we have unit 1, a course overview or Dynpro introduction. So we will be covering the course overview, what is Dynpro ABAP and what are the other technologies apart from Dynpro ABAP to develop the web based applications in SAP environment, and how it has been evaluated, and what is the overview of Dynpro solution, introduction to Dynpro ABAP, what is the difference between Dynpro ABAP and Dynpro Java. MVC architecture is also covered in this unit. Object oriented ABAP, also some just refreshing the object oriented ABAP concepts. So Dynpro ABAP component architecture is the unit 2. So in the Dynpro ABAP component architecture, we will be covering what is the Dynpro component, what is the Dynpro component interface, what are the controllers, and what is the usage of them. So we can see here controllers. We will talk about each controller: component controller, interface controller, custom controller, view controller, and window controller. So we will be discussing about one by one in detail in the actual training. So data hierarchy trees and Dynpro context. So in the Dynpro, we have the context. What is the purpose of context? What are the context node properties? How do we create them? What are the properties of context, such as cardinality, lead selection, etc., etc., will be discussed in the course. User interface components. So we will be starting with the week 2. So user interface components, and we have a supply function, hook methods. What are the hook methods, interface methods? What is the difference between methods and interface methods? What are the events and event handlers, interface events? And these will be covered in the unit 4. And unit 5, designing view and UI elements, view layout design. How do we, I mean, in see if we are developing something, the designing is more important. The look and feel should be proper. And by seeing the customer, by seeing the application should satisfy. The satisfaction comes from the look and feel. So how do we achieve the look and feel of the Dynpro ABAP application? So we have set of properties to design the view layout. We have different types: flow layout, row layout, matrix layout, and grid layout. So, and coming to the UI elements, we should need UI elements to design the screen layout. I mean, like maybe button or label. Maybe we will be needing input fields, so text views, checkbox. These are the UI elements which will be covered in this course. And we have Dynpro code wizard. as like pattern button in the ABAP code. We have WebDynpro code wizard, which we take help to get the code generated, belongs to WebDynpro ABAP. So it is more useful to generate the code. I mean, instead of putting lot of efforts to write the WebDynpro code, we have WebDynpro code wizard, which will generate the code based on the some selections. Okay, now coming to the navigation between views, this is most important concept. I mean, like, if we have a WebDynpro application, we have two different screens. We have to, I mean, we may get a requirement where we have to navigate from one view to the another view. So this is what, to achieve the navigation between multiple views, or to navigate from one view to the another view, is covered in this particular unit, navigation between views. So to achieve the navigation between views, we have different plug types, outbound plugs and inbound plugs. And then we have to establish a navigation link. So we will be covering how to establish a navigation link, and how to create a outbound plug or inbound plug, how to establish a link between them. So, and how do we pass the data between views, also will be covered in this particular unit. Now, after completion of the week 1 and week 2, we will be moving on to week 3. In the week 3, we have internationalization. So this is most important topic, because like internationalization is very much important. Like, application will be developed in some language, and customer will be in different language. To support the customer specific language, we should have maintained the internationalization. So internationalization can be achieved using OTR text. OTR text is online text repository. We have the concept called OTR text concept, using which we will achieve the internationalization. So internationalization can be achieved using the translatable text in the UI. And you can even create the ABAP dictionary. I mean, in the ABAP dictionary, we create data elements, and data element will have field label. So the text defined in the field label will also be will be directly displayed in the WebDynpro application. So if you are not satisfied with the text displayed from data element field label, then you can create your own custom text using OTR text in the WebDynpro ABAP. And we also have the text elements in ABAP class. We can also take the help of ABAP class text elements. Then these are the concepts we have available in the WebDynpro ABAP to achieve the internationalization. Now let us move on to the unit 9, message handling. Message handling is most important topic in WebDynpro ABAP. See, whenever we do some validations, we should there will be set of messages coming. So we should handle them. How do we handle the messages in WebDynpro ABAP? We have a set of methods which we take the help to achieve the message handling. I mean, we will be having multiple message types: success message, error message, warning message, information message. Or if the message is coming from the message class, or when we call the BAPI, BAPI will be throwing set of standard messages. So how do we handle those standard messages? So these and are I mean, in a particular WebDynpro application, if you enter the value in particular input field, let's say material number, you entered some value which is wrong, but you have to validate whether the entered material number is correct or not to move further. So you will validate. So to to display a message on particular input field, you will raise a attribute specific messages. So it will highlight where exactly the problem has come, or the value where you entered will be highlighted. So these are the different set of messages. And to display or to display all the messages in particular area, we have a message area UI element. So everything will be covered in this topic. And coming to the unit 8, value help. So value help, we have WebDynpro ABAP specific. For a particular input field, if you want to have a F4 help available, you have these are the